everyone. I wanted to make a video about how you can make a lot of source marks as a solo player, because a lot of us know when going to all the content you need to play most of the time on your own, because a lot of people don't play other content other than endgame. So basically this guide will tell you about where is the best places to find source marks missions that will give you 8 source marks. And that way you get a lot of source marks on your own without counting on a group. So it definitely doesn't count any raid stuff, it doesn't count any alert or duos. So I'm just gonna tell you, it does include some tedious missions, but it's totally up to you if you want to do them. It's just an explanation of where you can farm on your own so you can get the stuff going. So let's start. Where to farm source marks as a solo player? Weekly open world soloable missions. Okay, so we're starting here in the recent DLC. Course Gotham City Moonstone tablets weekly from Wonder Woman. This one gives you 8 marks weekly. It also gives you that endgame currency, but it also gives you source marks. And you can do it on your own. It's about 52 Moonstone tablets. It's not that bad. You can definitely get it done in 10 minutes or so. It really doesn't take that long. Chaos Gotham, A.R.G.U.S anti-magic cannon weekly, gives you 8 source marks as well. And it's pretty easy, you just go to those shiny thingies on the ground, usually pink, or everywhere you can find them on buildings and around the mausoleum. So there you will find them, and then by going to them, you don't even need to interact with them. Just going to it and it counts into your weekly. 31st Century, basically the Legion of Superheroes DLC, New Earth. Metropolis Meltdown weekly, you need to interact with those screens on the ground, like you basically fix them. Or the antennas you find on buildings, so these two. You can do one of those, and again, this is stuff you can do on your own. I know there's the bounty mission. You can destroy crystals and you can get all the stuff, but this still requires a group. So I'm just counting the ones that require you to be a solo player. You don't need a group. Typhon's Monster Invasion Godly Power mission from Athena statue weekly, 8 source marks. Now it's about 300 or something monsters you need to kill in this open world, so it's a bit tedious, but it's worth it if you really want 8 source marks. So if you're doing a weekly grind and you want to get it so you can get it throughout the week and you don't have to do it on one day, or you can group up with a friend, but this is pretty much a dead open world, so it's just a mission if you really want to spend the time getting the source marks. War Torn Village, Time Torn Area 51, Seek and Destroy weekly, 8 source marks. I think the Seek and Destroy weekly is finding all the soldiers, not soldiers, but some NPCs as well that you need to destroy. Kind of like in Typhon's Monster Invasion, you need to kill like 400 or so. There's a pretty good area there where you can actually see them in a group and kill them there. I'll show it in the video, of course. Central City Deluge Radio Starfish weekly, 8 source marks. Okay, most of these will give you 8 source marks, unless it's a bonus week, so then you get more. For the Radio Starfish, you do need to complete beat up all iconic mind control characters in the Central City Deluge. So I think it's Kid Flash, who's the other one? Widow Wizard. All the Flash villains. I don't remember them on top of my head. But I'll put a picture when I'm talking, so don't worry. Let's see. Central City Deluge, Conquer the Conquerors. Again, this is a tedious one. It's like Typhon's Monster Invasion and the one in War Torn and Time Torn area. By the way, in War Torn and Village and Time Torn area, you can split and go anywhere you want to do the mission. Like, it counts for both. Back to Central City Deluge. You destroy the stars. I think it's the most tedious one because they don't ever group together, so That's the weekly there, the other weekly. But Radio Starfish is really easy, you can do it on your own. It's like a mini bounty, so you just need to get all the iconic ones out of the way, and then you can get them yourself, because the mission is solo. It's a daily. And you can do them all the same day, it doesn't matter. Gotham City Rifted Up Weekly. So basically, like anti-magic cannon and the Moonstone tablets, you go, but you interact with portals, red portals, and you need to close them. Now, I think it's 72 or something like that, so you'll need to go there and basically interact with all of them, and then you get the 8 source marks from Jordan. Metal Gotham City, Metal Massacre Weekly. Again, it's a tedious one, so only do it if you really have the time for that. I did want to mention these because they are soloable, they just take long, so just do them at your own leisure. You don't have to hurry up about them. Atlantis Relic Recovery Weekly, 8 source marks. The Relic Recovery is basically you're going to treasures and you hit them, and then it's open up and you interact with the treasures that comes out, like it's relics or something. So it's really easy. It's like 100 of those, and you easily complete it. It doesn't take too long. So it's basically free 8 source marks. Infernal Khandaq, Animal Heads, I win, tail you lose weekly. So basically there's 2 bounties in this DLC. It's the Sins of Black Adam. But these are group missions. So this one you can do on your own. It just takes a little long, but it's not too long. You need to defeat the big monster with the 2 monsters around it. They're all around the Injustice boss, so you will find them there. And the big one counts more points. It does take a little longer to kill it, but it counts more points, so always go for the big ones. Archery Quick Kills Weekly. So this one actually shows you that you can interact with 2 things. You need to disarm bombs from citizens. You see them sitting next to a bomb, and you need to interact with the bomb, and then you free them. And the other one is basically interacting with speed forces around the city, and both are pretty fast. It's not a lot of those that you need, so it's another 8 marks that you can get, but you need to complete both. It's like a 2 missions in one, so make sure you get those. R3 Residential Evil, it's again the tedious one. I don't remember, it's like 300 or 400 enemies you need to kill, so it's worth it. Again, the bounties in these areas require more people, so I never include them. Flashpoint Gotham Force and Fury Weekly. So this is basically defeating all the iconic enemies from Atlantis. Not iconic, like the NPCs from Atlantis, and the Amazons from Queen Diana and Infernal Aquaman. I don't remember his name. King Aquaman. So basically they fight each other in this area, and there's a lot of groups of them, so it's really easy. You just kill the groups and you get the weekly done. Flashpoint Gotham, I just did this as well, so it was really easy. Force and Fury Weekly, oh no, that's the one I talked about. Paradox Repeating Weekly, this one you find portals and paradox creatures for the anniversary event, you remember them. They come out and you need to defeat them, but then you need to interact with the portal and close it. So it's really easy and you finish it really quick because it counts a few points as well. Doomed Washington DC, Source of Doom, defeat 100 heads, or you can defeat Giganta, but again this is a group mission, so just defeat the 100 heads around the area. A bit tedious, but it's kind of goes fast. Like, I do this mission quickly and it just goes by fast, so they're all in the same area too, they're just very far from each other, so you can't do that as a group unless you're a tank and you're pulling them, but definitely easy mission. Death Metal Washington DC, Hoard of the Batmage, defeat 100 heads. So instead of doing the boss, you could go around and defeat the minions, and that will come through your mission. Then you get the 8 source marks. Amusemeant Gang War, Arrested, Embezzlement Weekly. So this one basically you need to defeat some minions around the city, and then you you get the point from every time you basically catch them. Like I don't remember how to say it. Like you interact with them after you defeat them, and it counts for your mission. It's like 42, so it takes a little, and usually see people doing it, so it's a little annoying because the spawn rate is a little bad, but it's worth doing it. Like you tie them up and it's immediately count through the weekly. Amusemeant is getting worse with sweeping, so it's like the other tedious missions, like killing 300 or 400 of those. As far as I remember, I think it's 333. And you basically kill the minions around the city, so it didn't count through your mission. And the last one is Doomed Metropolis. Again, this will be updated until Course to Gotham City, so if you try going through the new DLC and look at this video, most of it will be up to date, but it won't include the next DLC until I update another video. So Doom Metropolis will have intel drops. You need to defeat the 99 Lex Corps minions, and then you will get this weekly done. It's pretty easy. Now I'm gonna talk about the fast solos you can do to get your weekly mission done from the Omnibus. Definitely always get these 4 because they're the easiest. I love the iconic ones, so I do them as well. They're just a bit longer, but I'm gonna just let you know about the fast solos for Sorcerer's Farm. Mannheim's Chinese Theater, it's the fastest of them all. So always pick this one and it pops up, or try to get it to pop up. Spark of Parallax, it's really fast. The ads and the NPCs die fast. It's one area and you get it done. Monarch playing Card Company, this one is really fast. I find it fast at least. Everything just goes very fast. You answer the riddles and you get to the boss and you defeat Deathstroke, and that's pretty much it. Stalip's Facility, this one easy as well. It's fast, like 2 minutes, even less than, I'm sorry, it's barely 1 minute to finish it. So these are really, really fast. These are the fastest solos, so always try to get them to pop up, because then you will complete it way faster than doing all the others. Of course, if you want to run others, it's fine, but these are the fastest solos for farming. So it gives you 5 marks and Omnibus weekly from doing 3 of those, so make sure you always queue up from the Omnibus, otherwise it won't count. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk about is always do the rest and 3 dailies and weeklies. I'm excited because they are active and can be converted to source max later on. So as far as this video is concerned, the rest and 3 DLCs are Sins of Black Adam, Shock to the System, and Justice League Dark Horse. So these are the 3 recent DLCs. Make sure you run them all the time so you can convert to source marks. Always check up your currency, because you might have some currency from an old DLC you can convert to source marks. So then again, you can convert them and get more source marks, so it's worth it. And this is pretty much the guide. I will put a comment on the video as well, so you can have the official list I made. But this is pretty much it. So you can see I just completed this mission. I didn't include it though, but there are some missions around some open worlds that you can do for missions over 4 days. Like for example, Black Canary gave me Harley Quinn, so every day I need to complete a mission for Harley Quinn, and then I go now to Black Canary and she gives me 8 source marks.
Harley is special. Still,
See, she's talking about Harley because I did it for Harley. I think Raven and Cyborg also have this mission. You have to take it from Nightwing first, and when you finish helping them, you go back to Nightwing and he helps you. This is in Titan's Island. And Thanagar is this as well. You get this from Hawkgirl, and you need to complete one of the lesser quest givers missions for over a few days, and then she will give you the 8 source marks. There's a few of those. I didn't include them. But you can do this as well. I do them because it's easy. And yeah, this is pretty much the guide. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope this guide help you. I hope I'm clear enough. And I hope that you will find a lot of source marks now as a solo player. I love playing on my own sometimes, so I totally get it. So yeah, I hope this guide help you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.